Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and I do readings for Pisces. So this is the first reading of the day. And this is what will be blocking you this week, or a block that may present itself. Whenever you are here listening to this is when you are meant to hear it. We have Ceres, which is a card of nurturing. Now, Ceres is a dwarf planet between Mars and Jupiter, and in the goddess, she's the Roman goddess of harvest. It's also the story about when Pluto kidnapped Proserpina and took her to the underworld to be his queen, and we've heard this with Hades as well, and all of these myths that she threatened to starve the world. She was the mother and threatened to starve the world until it was returned. Okay, and hence came the beautiful seasons, the seasons where we plant and harvest, and then things die and go, you know, in pause. Really bringing in the death card. If you think about it, it's really about the death card. Okay, transitions of life, everything that's coming in. Now, when it applies to us, Pisces, the gift here is there's a sacredness in your daily life. Loving, feeding, nurturing, gardening, and being in family, whether chosen or biological, are all part of a powerful spiritual path. So the mother holds you and nurtures you in there. Okay? So they're saying that everything that you do has a place in your life to nurture that idea. And that's the part that may be a little bit, maybe not a block, but hard to wrap your mind around. We have been taught so long, Pisces, to believe that life is either successful or failing us in some way. And in this path, in this card, and everything that we're talking about, they're talking about a harmony of things. The card for this afternoon is the Two of Cups, which is the card of harmony. Okay, coming together of different things, the two into the one. A long time ago when I started doing these readings on YouTube, I would use this example. How would you know of the light if it was not for the dark? I used to always say, if everything you stood around you and it was in a white room, and you were in a white clothing, and you had white skin, whether or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just to prove a point, okay? Energetically. If everything was white and you were white with it, and how would you know the difference? I could use it in darkness as well. If the room was dark and you were dark and everything was dark, how would you be able to tell the difference unless something contrasting came in? So, they're asking you not to hate the darkness or the light or anything that brings a contrast to your life, but instead, to prove my point, is that to embrace everything, because one and the other make you realize, makes you realize the contrast is what, I don't know, makes life bring you, I'm trying to explain this in a very, in a way that is so undeniably understandable. If it wasn't for one, you couldn't have the other. You would never know the difference between anything. It's like in music. If there was never any pauses in between, it would be one straight tone. Up and down, but with no breath in between to give it new life, to create a stirring melody, a stirring symphony. And that is the part that's difficult. That is the block for us that we have to get past. to give new meaning and new explanations to what life really is. It's not all about a series of successes and failures, rather nurturing everything that comes. Not immediately casting doubt and a lack of self-confidence when things don't go our way, but rather to enrich our lives by embracing the lesson that came and the wisdom that happens. To know that with intense sadness also comes intense happiness. The moments that make us cry make us grateful for the moments that make us smile. They all work together to show us all the different transitions. A lot of us wait for success. A lot of us don't nurture our lives completely. We're always looking for the next best thing. And I feel that we miss so much in our lives. We waste away a lot of time waiting for ships to come in instead of embracing the journey. So this is the nurturing. This is the new way. It's not just about saying the things. It's about understanding what their meaning and applying it to your life. All right. And you are not alone, Pisces. I, like you, think the same way. We've all been taught in terms of what it means to be successful. Even when we do it to ourselves. My success means to me this, and this. You're successful every day, regardless of what you're doing. You're on a path of living your best life. It's really not about plus and minuses, and I think that's the part that they're trying to bring forward. It's about the harmony of everything. Everything has abundance. Everything can create abundance. This card, I love this card. I've talked about it before. It's two who have the same situation happen to them, who lose money in a drain, and one says, woe is me, and does nothing, and the other one gets innovative and recaptures their money and makes more with it. This is about nurturing life and making more out of everything. Even things that present themselves as obstacles, as a dark room or the light room, to bring in the contrast, to help you understand that everything works together to help you take another step forward. Alright, so I'm going to take, I started using the Morgan Tarot, not the Morgan Greer, this is the Morgan Tarot. I use as oracle cards. They were actually made, I believe, in the year I was born. And do it now. Yesterday was turn it on. Now it says do it now. Look at that. Go for it. Okay? Abundance is here. This is a very favorable time for you. Getting over your blocks should be easier, should be brighter. Look at all the yellow in these cards. Don't you feel the sun? Don't you feel the vitality coming back into your life in this beautiful month? And New Year's upon us. Don't make resolutions. Walk in your path right now. Make a resolution that every day is going to bring you something fantastic. Every day is going to teach you something new. Something that's specially just for you. I should color this card. I should make the sun yellow. I should do it right now. actually. Seven of Swords. High Priestess in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Five of Wands. There's my Sun. First time I noticed this. You notice that there's a sun shining? Maybe not brightly. Or is that even the moon? That could be the moon. Right. But it's still very yellow. It's still shining. It could be reflection of illusion here. It doesn't much matter. Let me see here, Pisces. I know it's going to be weird, and some of you may say, oh, she's desecrating her cards. I'm not. They're mine. I'm making them my own. This deck will be original to me, which is wonderful. And I've done this before. I've actually colored other cards in this deck, so look at that. Absolutely. I needed to do that. I just felt the need to, and I just did. Look at that. Do it now, Pisces. Do it now. All right. So let's see here, Pisces. The Seven of Swords with the High Priestess in reverse, although it did come out kind of sideways, but it's fine. The negativity that you felt in your life, the stuff that's happened that made you feel like, oh, you know, I'm off the path. We were talking about that yesterday. It makes you want to nurture. It makes you want to get back. It makes you want to plant new seeds because you don't want to be here. You don't want to be in this illusionary looking like sun that is the moon. It's reflecting the sun, but it is the moon. And it's not giving you enough light. It's making that contrast that, you know, makes you mistrust the intuitive side of yourself. Makes you want to doubt and wonder and cast confusion to this beautiful conduit that you have open at all times when needed. But Spirit says that these blocks, these things that come in, it's only to make you realize, it's to be a really heavy contrast to what you usually feel when you're in alignment. And it makes you scramble and think, oh God, I got to do something different. So what do? You go plant seeds. You start solving problems. But when has solving problems ever been something bad? Think of all that you use to solve problems in your life. You use your abilities. How does that make you feel when you finally, like, you know, you use all of your, as in French they say, you brainstorm to finally solve the conflicts and the problems in your life. It makes you feel like, A, wow, I'm really smart. You gain confidence. B, you gain knowledge and wisdom. You become all that in a bag of chips, my favorite saying. You know? You become like, hey, I'm smart. Not only that, I've planted a seed so that I can fix that problem next time. I know how to deal with that next time. When that darkness comes, it won't be a darkness anymore. It'll be something I can bat away and say, I figured that out. I already know how to do that. It brings on all of this. It propels you forward, makes you stronger, better, brighter, more beautiful. So conflicts aren't to be feared. They're not ideas of going, oh, that's going to block me. If you come with the idea that when you are on this planet, you're made to overcome. You're not made to sit around and just think everything is fantastic and never have any problems to solve. First of all, it sounds much better than it is. It gets boring. Perfection is boring. As physical beings, we crave challenges. We want to overcome. But when those challenges weigh us down too much, or when those challenges in our minds get perceived as something scary and doubtful, then we become scared of them. We lose confidence. We don't trust ourselves anymore. Instead, put in your mind that you will always be walking and you'll always meeting challenge and overcoming things. But cast them as a light, first of all, as an instinctual way to know when something isn't tuning into us anymore. And also as a great opportunity to grow, build, and get smarter and wise about certain things. To offer solutions, not only to your life, but maybe to others in the way that you perceive things. And it gives you great clarity, light, and make you confident to do more. Okay? So that is what's coming in with the great block of today, is to nurture life for what it is. Not to be afraid to live life. And to know that things will happen. They always do. Some are really earth-shatteringly heartbreaking. And for those of you who know me, you know that I've been through it as well. And some just every day, some things from the past that just kind of block you and hold you down. But if you can get past those things and see life as the gift that it is, and start overcoming it with enthusiasm, and looking at the next things to come as, wow, a new day, and what does today hold for me? And what will I learn today? With a much brighter outlook. When you start painting yellow in your horizon, then things start to change. The outlook looks different. Start learning to practice this every day. Start doing it every day. Okay? So I want you to write in the comments, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it now. And whatever that is for you. Looking in a different outlook on life. Looking at the sunny side of the street. Looking that everything works together. Whatever that may mean to you. I want you to do it now. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. And I'll be back with the second reading later. Take care, Pisces.